I've been married many, many years. I know that even yes means probably fucking not. But I've lived through this. I'm here to tell you that it's hard to stay in love. It's easy to fall in love. It's hard to stay. Now my wife, we married a long time, 31 years. Thank you very much. But she's cutting down on sexual positions. She's cut down to just 3, which is fine. But 2 of those don't involve me at all. You know, what am I paying for a private Pilates instructor for? Does that make sense? Makes no fucking sense to me! You guys have a hall pass? You guys clap if you don't know what a hall pass is.
I don't know what a hall pass is.
You don't?
No.
And you're married?
No.
My man, come to Jesus. Okay, first of all, the hall pass thing is great because it's never going to happen. But in your mind, it could happen. So, like, this is great. I'm so happy. You see, a hall pass is there's someone who's usually in the media or, you know, athletics or, you know, the arts. And if you meet them and they give you the go-ahead, your mate says you can do it. Someone, like my wife is a tiny, she's little, she's like a 5-foot Filipino. She's 100% Filipino. I'm 100% Irish, which, you know, in LA that makes our children tall Mexicans. That's where they come from. That's the recipe. When you see one, that's where they come from. But anyway, my wife, again, teeny tiny little Filipino woman. Her hall pass is Idris Elba. She fucking loves her some Idris Elba. She calls him Hot Black Jesus. Fucking loves him. Now my hall pass was Joan Rivers, you know, until she died. Then briefly it was the Cholula hot sauce lady. Fucking hot, am I right? Turns out, not a real person. Go figure. So now, strangely enough, my hall pass is Idris Elba. Idris Elba, he's hot. People can't get enough of that fucking Idris, baby! Come on! I've got self-image problems. I was at the Container Store. You know, they actually just sell empty boxes there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was there buying some empty fucking boxes. And the voice of my father is in my head going, "Are you fucking out of your mind, lad? Just go to the produce section and ask them if it's there. They'll give it to you for nothing." That's what my father says in my head a lot. When I was there, and this kid just walked up to me. He goes, "You look vaguely like you play pickleball." Pickleball, first of all, I didn't know what it was at first because that sounds like a venereal disease. Pickleball. But pickleball, I know what it is now. And it's just, you know, this kid was just trying to tell me, you look like an old white guy who's too poor to golf. Hey, bingo! Hit the nail on the head. Come on. Don't you like it when a stereotype lands? 3% of you do. Yeah, that's fucking... I'm here. It's Friday night. Look what the fuck I'm doing. My career is obviously at its pinnacle. I'm happy. I'm just a happy man. Listen, are you guys ready to move along with this here show? Woo! So, remember, you know the big first rule is be funny. Say what you want, but make it funny. Yeah, just make it funny. Go for the funny. We're going for funny here tonight. My married brother. We'll light you at 2. So this first comedian, I haven't seen him in a while, but I want to tell you guys.
I got a parking meter. I forgot to pay.
You've gone out to get the parking meter. Give Albert a round of applause, the rest of you. He's going to go out there and feed the meter. Probably didn't occur to you that you'd be here a couple hours when you arrive. We're not gonna touch that. Give it up. We'll see how long it takes, and then Will, do you want to come up and do your set?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Would you like a fatter audience or a more diverse audience for your set?
Albert liked it last time, so.
So how are you doing that? How have you been? Where have you been at?
I've been really just working.
Working?
Yeah, no, I sometimes I took classes at Flappers, so I can usually get up on stage there.
Nice.
If I email Josh and say, hey.
Yeah, I know someone, I've known her for a long time. What is it, Noelle? She runs a mic there on Mondays. I know a couple people there.
Yeah.
But it's a great place. There's a lot of very good energy.
It's very positive energy.
Because you know some of these open mics. Look, let's be great. Your life is going great, so you jump in your car, drive 30 minutes to pay $5 to be mildly ignored by your peers. You know, it's an open comedic open mic, but it's really just 4 guys in the back staring at their phone, not laughing at anything.
Yeah.
You just walk out like you want to kill yourself. Like, how tall is this building? You know what I mean? It's like, I feel about a lot of open mics the way that Clarence Thomas feels about affirmative action. The soft bigotry of low expectations, but not here. Not fucking here. Here we give it to you all. All of it is
No,
given
this
to you.
mic has good energy too.
It is. It's a very energetic mic. Again, Albert's late. Not going to say anything.
No.
Not going to say anything about that. As years go by, at least I hope so. In life, sometimes it's funny when young people think old people know. They don't know anything. Anything
No.
at all. You know, it's like the stuff you read in a book is one way to learn, but life is a fucking better way to learn. You know, if that shit actually happened to be like, if you were studying Tang Soo Do, you look like a guy might be into some Tang Soo Do.
No.
You're lactose intolerant.
But
But you know, if you're into a little Tang Soo Do, Tang Soo Do is Taekwondo's more effeminate cousin. It's not, the moves are not so abrupt, but just as effective. Yeah, there's a whole gay Korean martial arts culture. It goes right along German death reggae music. Are you familiar with German death reggae music?
No.
Oh, it's fucking great. Fantastic. I wonder if Albert has run out of change.
Yeah.
Listen, I can fill for you, but Will, I think it's time.
I think it's time
You know,
too.
many people need a William.
Yeah.
They need a Bill. I'm going to bring up Just Will. Give it up! For Just Will, it's Just Will. you
It's Just
motherfucker.
Will.
I want to hear some fucking approbation for this guy.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
Yeah. I guess, what have I been doing? I guess I'll tell you about that. I'm basically trying to not be my father with my kids, and it's killing me. Because they do things that brings out my father in me. So I have married, not 36 years, but oh, excuse me, I was half of that, 18.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, well done. 14-year-old and 16-year-old, both boys.
Woo!
Yes, the 14-year-old is the left-handed one, the creative one. That was not promoted in my household growing up, so I try not to squash his creativity. That mind is constantly going, like you just see it in him. It's just, you know, when he gets that stare off. The place it works overtime, I guess, is in the shower. Because he gets in there and I guess a light bulb goes off and cuts the shower short. Next thing I know, standing next to me is soap in the hair coming down, dripping wet, towel over his shoulder.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, let's hear what he has to say. And he goes, Dad, I'm making a nonstop flight from LAX to Bali. It's over 8,614 miles. It's going to be a game changer. I say, that's fine, Adam, but please go back in and wash off, dry off, and then we'll discuss the menu. So I'm nice like that, except for once, I guess I kind of lost my temper, because I ran into him in his room. He came out just like that. Shampoo, wet, everything. I was naked too.
Oh,
Oh my.
I will get to that, why I was naked.
Shut
So we have, the nakedness is not the part that bothers me. It is the shampoo and the wetness. You know, no, But some people say I'm splitting hairs.
Hey now.
I said, Adam, you know, come on, man, wash the soap out and get yourself dry. And he looked at me and he said, Dad, if you're gonna fry chicken, you have to double batter it, like they do on the flight from LAX to Bali. I mean, there's not much I could say to that, because that is true. You do have to double batter your fried chicken. He shares a room with his brother, 16-year-old. 16-year-old is a little bit taller than me, and he has commandeered my wardrobe. So now I don't have anything. I don't have pants, I don't have a shirt, I don't have socks or underwear. that day I ran into Adam, we were both naked. I had dried myself off, rinsed the shampoo out of my hair, looking for underwear. It does not deter them seeing, Dad with his asshole hanging out, running around their room, bending over, looking for underwear. And I probably wouldn't get annoyed by it as much, except for my older one, when he steals my clothes. He looks better in it than I do. So, all right. And he takes his mother's clothes, too. He came out with his light blue sweater on, and he just announced, "Mom, this is mine now." I'm just like, really? But 2 days later, I heard her in there going, "Hey, Nicholas, can I borrow your blue sweater?" Just like, come on. One time he had a pair of her pants on. He looked good in them. Looked like a male, all that. Good looking, like really good looking kid. When he was a baby, we would get stopped on the street and people would want to take their picture with him. I'm really proud of him. I mean, with every generation, there's hope, right? That's the way I look at it. I guess I'm fun, and since they were young, I guess I've kind of dangled the carrot or the keys out, and now that I'm older, I don't know why I found it annoying that my kids still want to bond with me, which I think is a positive thing. My dad, on the other hand, was a Navy captain. Navy captains are around about 20% of the time, and they can be in a bad mood a lot. So he would come back from sea, fuck up the program, because he was never home. It was me, my mom, and my two sisters. And I try to explain to people that this is a little different because he would just come and go. And they'd say, yeah, my parents are divorced and I wish, one parent was around more often. And I'd say things like, well, no, my dad would come home and piss me off and I'd be like, just go to sea, motherfucker. Quit bothering me. I mean, you're going to be there anyway. But actually, he could be really funny too, or a lot of fun. I thought that was the red light. He would finally relax, let down his guard, put me in danger, and we would have a good time. I guess he had to have chaos. Like when I was, older, 17, he decided, all right, we're going to go fishing. And we went to the Bahamas. Went to an outer island, a little skiff, 14-foot boat, and it was like reef, drop off into the deep. And his biggest concern for the day was when we set the anchor, he didn't want to drift, I guess, offshore. So we throw the anchor over, and he just starts driving the boat in all points of the compass, north, south, east, west. The line's going taut, and in my mind, I'm like, we're not drifting because that anchor's stuck. I don't know what we're going to do. I tried to say something, but in his mind, that anchor's not stuck. It's just lodged so we wouldn't drift. And we started fishing, and we caught lots of bait. And the reason why I say we caught lots of bait, because it was bait for the sharks. We would reel the fish in, and at first we were catching half fish, and then I saw why we saw half fish, because the sharks would just come and get them, or shark grabs your line for fish and it just snaps it. End of the day, sun's low on the horizon, and there is shadows looking down at the reef. It looks really spooky. Go to pull the anchor, it's stuck. All right, I guess we just, untie it. It's only 20 feet. Toss it over. Nope, you're gonna have to go down there and get it. I said, no way, I'm not gonna do that. He goes, why don't you just get in the water and tell me how you feel? I go, well, I can already tell you how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna feel like I shouldn't be in the water. But I did it. I went down, and I mean, God, you'd be surprised what you can accomplish with adrenaline in about 2 seconds. Down, it wasn't stuck that bad, just underneath a piece or coral. Came back up, and he was happy, I think, because it was putting your fears aside and doing what needed to be done. What it did for me was realize common sense doesn't matter. If you think you shouldn't do something because it's bad for you, you might die. Fuck it, do it anyway. Oh man. Yeah. He bought a farm later in life. How much time I got?
2 minutes.
Okay, he got a farm later in life, and he made this huge wood pile. You know, like sticks and tree branches. It was about 2 stories high and about 100, let's say 50 yards long, and about 20 yards wide, like a quarter of a football field. And he's like, all right, we're gonna burn it. You know, 40 acres. I mean, in the middle of nowhere, but still, I'm like, should we do this? And he's like, yeah, come on, check these things out. And he had these bottles with gasoline and starting fluid in it, and we put rags in them. They're called Molotov cocktails. We lit them, and we threw them in there, and boy, you know, when those hit the ground and burst, those things go. That fire burned for 2 days.
Wow.
I thought, I'm a professional geologist in California. I thought I was going to lose my license. He's like, yeah, aren't we having a good time? And I'm like, oh, well, there's no sharks around here, so yeah, I am having a good time. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't say no to a Navy captain. He has a crew of yes men, 70 guys on the boat. No, you don't say no to him. I think the only one that does in the military is a Navy admiral, and I think there's 10 or 20 of those. I married the female equivalent of my father. You don't say no to my wife, or I don't. She gets these crazy ideas in her head, often having to do with history about the Manson family. That's the typical dinner conversation at our house. All right, this is running long. I'll just I'll leave the rest for next time.
Hey, baby, give it up. It's Just Will. Give it up for Just Will, baby. Come on. Wowee. Yeah.
I was at Denny's last week, and I was just sitting there, and it gets crowded in Denny's, but we had already been seated, and I heard over the speaker someone said, Manson, family of 5, Manson. And I don't know, is it dated where youngsters don't get that? Because I looked around, and about 40% of the room got it.
A lot still get it. That's one that's not going to go away for a while.
Yeah.
And you have 2 sons, right?
I have 2 sons.
Okay, I have 2 sons too, and I have one son, Mandrake, who calls me by my first name, which is obviously out of spite for naming him Mandrake. But, you mentioned that your son likes to throw on some of your wife's clothing from time to time. My son, Mandrake, lives an alternative lifestyle, and it's very colored and it's different. And who's to say? And we can all be good people in different ways. We can all be good and great people and be different.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Can I get a round of applause? Yeah, because I hate to think that little fucker just started to suck dick out of spite. I fucking hate that. It's a long way to go. That's every father's fucking nightmare. They won't say so, but and then there's you ever hear the unholy question? The unholy question is when there's always one guy in the group of friends that poses the unholy question: would you suck a dick for $1 million? First of all, don't answer it. Don't. It's a trick question. Don't answer it. Second of all, they never have the money on them.
Yeah.
Never fucking happened. Never, I mean, but are we working out on terms and conditions, like completion? How long? Yeah, there's terms and conditions. But, I mean, would I say, for $1 million? Fucking absolutely. That's just fucking math. That's the human equation. How little can I do? How long do I have to do it? And what's the payoff, baby? Yeah, am I right?
How long do I have to do it?
Let's give it up for blowjobs. I'm so
All right.
fucking happy. And I hope they never go out of style. I really do. Really. You said you were in the Bahamas at 14. God damn it. You know where I was at 14? My mother locked me in the closet that summer and told me not to come out until I was pretty. We're obviously from 2 different families.
Yes.
Come from a functioning family. Yes. I come from a smattering of alcoholics, a lot of
Oh, you're Irish.
bipolar. Oh, I come from a long line of bipolar alcoholics with hip dysplasia.
Oh.
That's where I come from. All right, guys, enough Patty. Say enough Patty. Hey, do you ever regret giving up arson for geologies?
giving
Because you
up
were a budding
arson.
arsonist.
I mean,
you could have
I
gone that
was.
road, you know, but
Well,
not put in jail.
you know,
That's
if
I
you're-
mean, but that's good too.
If you're
I
introduced to
suppose.
arson at a young age, you get it out of your system.
Just you know what? I think every boy has a little bit of an arson is in him at 9 to like 12. Because I used to go out in the woods and light shit on fire. I used to blow up people's shit with M80s and blow fucking shit, and I always wanted to see. You know, like a freak. Then. All right, I've disclosed too much about myself, so I'm going to move on now and give it up to this man. I haven't seen him in a while, and I'm really interested in his point of view. He's going to catch us up with life, the times, the legend. That is Bobby fucking Peterson. Give it up for Bobby fucking Peterson, you motherfucker. Come on up here, Bobby fucking Peterson.
Bobby fucking Peterson.
I like that sound. Bobby fucking Peterson. Hi. Let's give it up for Patty.
Hey, thanks, you guys. Thanks for that. That was wonderful.
Jason. Amazing. Everybody else for coming out tonight, and yeah, it's sausage party like no other.
Usual.
All right. I guess we'll get right into it. What do you call what do you get when you apply hexabromocyclododecane to a bunch of dried sticks and twigs bundled together with twine for fuel?
I was told there'd be no science on the test.
Hold on. Hexabromodicyclo.
Cyclododecane.
Well, you got a decene. Is the structure.
It's a French porno star.
Okay, well, we'll just go. I'll just give you the answer. You get a retarded faggot.
Oh my!
So,
From a TED Talk to a hate crime.
Yeah. I was
no,
looking at the structure.
this is not offensive because
Okay.
hexabromocyclododecane is a common fire retardant. Okay?
I don't think you can say that. Oh, retardant.
Retardant, yes. And a bundle of sticks and twigs for fuel is a faggot in the dictionary. So, not offensive. Now, that being said, like, as you might have gathered, when something is retarded, it's hard to burn. That's why in Texas they use electricity. Okay, let's move on. This one, Patty,
Yes.
you might know the answer to this. What do you call a fireproof British cigarette?
A fireproof.
British cigarette.
Uh,
A retarded fag.
yeah, you could say that. I can't say that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Patty can't say that. I'm losing you already. But this is going to go on, so just deal with me.
You're just doubling down.
Now, image work. Imagine you're walking through the woods, gathering twigs and sticks, you got a pocket full of twine, and ahead of you, in the bush, you see a pack of British fireproof cigarettes. A whole pack. That's 20 fireproof British cigarettes strewn in the foliage, butts sticking out at all angles. Let's picture this. Okay. Now, what do you call, in the 1990s, what would you call a homosexual gentleman with Down syndrome? Same answer.
Yeah.
But you can't say it there. See, because that would be offensive. That would be derogatory. I mean, I have this fascination with words that are offensive and how they cannot be offensive. I don't know where I'm going with that. But let's continue on. What do you call a dude with a stick in his ass? Uptight. Albert got it. Yeah. No, that's the answer. Yeah.
It's like dirty Dixie cups.
What do you call a dude with a bunch of dried twigs and sticks bundled up with twine for fuel in his ass? It's a dude with a faggot in his ass. Okay, so what do you call a dude getting fucked in the ass by another dude?
Good.
Jeremy. Yeah.
Hey now.
All right. So this actually goes. I have an idea for a book I wanted to write about how language is like so malleable, and like if you don't like, it's easy to be offended by things that you don't understand. I want to call my book "Retarded Faggots and the N-Word." It's about who can say what, why, when, how, why it's okay, when it's not okay. And I'm serious about that. It's a little offensive, but the whole point is to kind of just shock people and make them realize, some things aren't as they appear. But that's for future time. But yeah, that's my that's that part of that said. Let's go to this. It's hard to please people. One or two people, it's hard to please them. It's impossible to please everybody. It's like if you had a bowl of rice and every piece of rice you gave an opinion and a name and maybe drew a little face on it, like it would be hard to eat them, but then they'd start forming opinions based on where they are in that bowl of rice, and everyone would it would just turn into a shit show. And you like a good God, you eat the bowl of rice just to shut them up. This takes me to, naming people. I don't think we should name people until like they've proven they're worth more than their calories. Like you don't name a cow because it would be hard to eat it. Why name a baby before they're worth anything? What if the bomb's coming? You're gonna have to have those calories. I don't know. I'm Bobby fucking Peterson. I'm gonna give back whatever I got because that's what I came here for tonight, just to do that. Thank you.
Hey, Bobby fucking Peterson. Keep me going. Come on, you guys. Let's get out of here. We've got some more comedy coming your way. Bobby Peterson. What a pleasure. Give it up for Bobby Peterson. All of you. The whole bunch of you. Wow. That was, I don't just know. You know what? Wow. Just wow. Wow. I could see you as kind of like a project for Neil deGrasse Tyson. Have to develop something with a project for you. How we doing? Everybody doing okay? You guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, we're gonna wrap up this little island of misfit toys that we've gathered up here today. It's been an open mic, and a little bit of an intervention. I think it's been a little bit of an intervention. But this next man has been my friend now for a while. He's a very funny man, very talented comedian. Can you show a little enthusiasm, you motherfuckers, for the one and only Albert Linton? Albert! 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 Albert!
Oh, that's right. You don't have to stand. Oh, cool. Keep it going for Patty.
Hey,
yeah. You said talented. I didn't think you were talking about me.
Oh!
Oh, man. We're going to get somebody funny around here. Oh, cool. Won't be me. So, Friday night at the movie, you guess the picture you see when you're dancing with your baby at the last show of the week. All the time I walk around and lyrics from old songs will like just drift into my head. Not the full song though, just a clip of it. Like that one, Saturday night at the movie, you guess the picture you see while you're sitting there with your baby, or something like that. Earlier today, I was thinking about another one by Chubby Checker. You guys remember?
Yeah!
Chubby Checker? Twist again. That was such a huge hit back in the 60s. Man. Everybody was twisting. Well, those of us who weren't out marching civil rights were twisting the night away. And often, in fact, we march all day and then we twist all night. So, it was a thing. It was a thing. It was a time. The 60s. How can you forget? Well, if you weren't there, it's not easy. I mean, it's easy, huh? But if you live through it, then it will forever be a part of your memory. So, I wrote this for some reason. Who wrote the book Sound and Fury Signifying Nothing? Anyone remember? Ever heard of that?
Well, Isn't that the end of a poem?
That's also a novel.
Life is an idiot somewhere ranting and raving. Is that Phil?
Could very well be. But it's also a novel. And it was written by what at the time was a rare type of author from the southern United States. Just briefly after the Civil War, when all of the talented people had already left the South, and the only thing left there were the people who wanted to be free and the people who wanted to keep them enslaved and so on. But, and then after the Civil War settled, then the talented people started coming back, and that's when that book was written, and that phrase was used, may have been borrowed from that poem.
It's from Macbeth.
From Macbeth, okay.
Comes from Macbeth.
So, but it's a whole novel on it,
Oh yeah,
on
there's
growing up in the South. No, not Macbeth.
no, Macbeth is Scottish.
Yeah, but the sound and fury phrase. So anyway, sound and fury signifying nothing. Like me talking about sound and fury, signifying not a damn thing. Sound and fury, signifying nothing. Sounds like my sex life.
Oh,
Lots of noise.
Hey.
Signifies not a damn thing. Sound and fury, sound and fury. Sound and fury sounds like my ex-wife whenever I came home. Sound and fury, signifying nothing. Sound and fury, signifying nothing. Yep. I thought I had on one of those bib hats. I thought I had on the stocking hats. I pull it down like this.
Uh-oh.
You gotta have faith, brothers. Just have faith. And even I will get laid someday. Faith is what I'm talking about. All I do is dick jokes, have you noticed? I like to talk about something really important, and then turn it into a dick joke. That's my genius. Flip it around. Profound and profaned at the same time. Oh, here's something else I wrote. It says, a Freudian thought. That's a description of someone who is high on cocaine and trying to think. Because Freud was a cocaine addict, which is why I don't have any faith in his entire industry that's built around this freaking cocaine addict who, at best, all he did was to, any of them did, is to cause people to magnify their problems. Because life works like that. What you pay attention to gets bigger. It's not going to change its mind just because some individual has issues. Oh, all of nature is going to reverse because you have a problem. Okay, yeah, that's going to happen. That's not how it works. So that, of course, well, that's a good description of that industry. Sound and fury, signifying nothing. Freudian thought, people using... I'm not opposed to cocaine, don't get me wrong. I don't use it, I don't have it, it's too expensive for me. I would prefer to spend my money on other things. But if you have some, I'm not opposed to you using it, I do recall one famous person who made a statement about cocaine that proved to be somewhat prophetic. He said, well, cocaine just makes you more of who you are. It brings out your personality. And he posed the question, well, what if you're an asshole? It was a good question because it turned out to apply directly to him. Isn't that funny how life works out like that? Asshole! Yeah. All right, anyway, so we got that. Am I being taped? Is this going down for history? I know I am, so I'm not freaking out. I'm acting. Because I is an actor. That's what I is. My first acting teacher told me, oh, you are a great comedic actor. And that's because her season plan needed someone as a comedic actor. So she wanted to get me to take the classes. But it worked out for me because I was in like 5 plays that she produced. And she produced all of them, and some of them she directed. And it was a lot of fun, That's how I spent my college years, my graduate college years, at least, anyway. Can you imagine? Oh, now, COVID never existed in the United States. That's the premise. It was real in Wuhan, China, but China killed it in Wuhan by burning Wuhan, the entire city, and all of the inhabitants and all of the buildings. Because when it got exposed, COVID got exposed in the wet market, as they say it killed everything. So China took no chances. But it was convenient because the ruling parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, had a man in the presidential office who they couldn't stand, a man who took the power away from them. And they used it, therefore, as a means of wrecking the economy. Why? Why wreck the economy? Because no sitting president in the history of the United States has ever won re-election if while he was sitting and running for re-election, the economy was in the tank. Not a single one. And they figured that if they tanked the economy just before his re-election, they'd get him up. It worked. So, all right, now, that's the past, that's the fact. So my question is, if they were willing to tank the economy to make sure he didn't get re-elected, then what are they willing to do to make sure he doesn't get elected again? Because he's running. What will they do? Well, they can't do COVID anymore. That's off the table. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch. The political season is coming up. I used to be very active in politics. But, you know, it's a rat-gut sport, man. It really kills your soul. So I got married instead. No, I'm just kidding. I needed a punchline. So I got desperate. Can't you imagine? So that was entitled. Aetna Value Plus Plan. Oh no, that's my life insurance. Okay, so this one is entitled "Bitches Do This." Number one, bitches cock block. You ever see them do it? You ever see them? Oh God, it happens. I used to be a door guy at the comedy store in La Jolla. I was there for like 7 years. And you won't believe the amount of pussy I got. When bitches weren't cock blocking. Like if a bunch of girls came out to see the show, right? And then one of them took a fancy and decided that, oh, I'm gonna fuck this nigga tonight, right? And like they do, right? And it would work most of the time, but if there was one little stuck-up ass woman in the group, she would like block for hell, man. So number one, bitches cock block. Number two, bitches change men. That's all they do. They only get you if they think they can change you. And don't be fooled, guys, into thinking that you chose the woman that you're in love with because you didn't. She chose you. She just let you think she chose her because she's going to change you. She's going to work on you until she changes you. And then after she changes you, she's going to look you in the face and say, you're not the same man I married. I don't know you anymore. Something bitches do. Okay, so. Am I done?
You're done.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, you can see me at Albert Lincoln Comedy. You can see me on Lace. It's on HBO. You can see me on Black Hamptons. Or you can look up my short film, which is on Instagram or whatever they call it. iTunes. That one is called Cabbage. Thanks a lot. One more time for Albert Lincoln. Yeah. Albert Lincoln. I'm going to go out and play. Well,
what's that? We got one more guy, Colin?
Yeah.
Okay, are you going up?
I'm good tonight.
Okay, so we got Colin. Okay, I got you. We can do that. We can do it, Colin.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look at the fabulous hair on that man.
Oh, stop.
Damn it.
Stop. You're trying to
Give it a, you know, I'm not the least bit homosexual.
Okay.
But you're hot. You are. He's a fuck. Am I right? That guy's a hot guy. If you ever go to jail, I'd like to go with you. Might invite you back to the condo for a little Greco-Roman wrestling, a little schmattering. Come on! We're moving right along here. And listen, the man of which I speak, I'm going to bring him to the stage now. So, why don't you guys put your hands together? Colin, what's your last name?
Asley.
Okay, I'm going to go with Colin. Give it up for Colin Asley! Come on, you motherfuckers! Welcome, Colin.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Real boys' night tonight, right? We got a boys' night. Fucking bitches. What if this was the only time that women were watching the live stream? What if we just had an audience of only women? It's all a bunch of Matt Rife fans. Like, oh, this seems like a really nice. Oh. They all just left Matt Rife and then they came over here. Damn. Yeah, man. Women do try to change you. I'm learning that. I'm learning that lesson. That's what I've been going to therapy for. I don't know. I like therapy. Do we do therapy here? Anybody here been in therapy? Seen a therapist? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I like therapy, but it just feels like it takes too long to like get where you need to go. You know? Like it feels like it takes a long time. They don't like tell you the answers, you know, they kind of want you to get to the answer on your own. I wish therapy was more like a trade. Like a plumber. You know? Like I just want a therapist to come up to me with a notepad and tap me on the top of the head, be like, "Yep. Classic case of narcissism." I'm going to need to do a quick order of some empathy real quick. I'm going to check my website here, see if we can order some. I'm sorry, but your coping mechanisms are not up to code. Cannot. See that right there? That is a leak in your healthy boundaries. Have you been talking to your ex lately? Can't do that. Causes unnecessary wear and tear. Can't be talking to your ex. Oh, see that? That's unresolved daddy issues. We're gonna need to snake that out. I like therapy, but do you ever meet a therapist who acts like they just know everything about mental health? Like they feel like they act like they're a psychologist or something, like they're an LMFT, but they act like they're a psychologist. Like they've just got a PhD. Like they act like they have a fucking PhD in mental health when really they're like, you know, they're like the trades. They are an LMFT is a little bit more like the tradesman of the mental health field. You're not a psychologist. You don't have a PhD. I don't know. I got in an argument recently. I'm just upset. I had a therapist recently ask me my astrological sign. But that doesn't mean they're a bad therapist. That does not mean they're bad parents. But it's kind of like if your Delta pilot believed in flat Earth. Like, I'm sure you can get me from point A to point B, but I don't feel as comfortable. This is your captain speaking. We're just hitting our cruising altitude of 30,000 feet. If you look over to your left, you'll see the Grand Canyon, and if you look over to your right, you will see the firmament. Also, Mercury is in retrograde, so we're going to fly at a different altitude to compensate. I wish, I think it'd be funny if plumbers were more like therapists. You know? They come in. So, What's your relationship like with your pipes? Has it always been tumultuous? It's a fun word. I like throwing out tumultuous when I can. There's a reason I got that English degree. That might just be it. I think we found it. I don't know if you guys heard this. Do we watch The Simpsons or used to watch Simpsons? Simpsons fans? I don't know if you guys heard this, but Homer, in all the future episodes going forward, Homer will no longer strangle Bart. It's actually true. They don't feel like it's like with the times. So now Homer's just going to abandon him. A little bit more 2023, you know. Where did I put the rest of my crap? Anyone here ever get in a fight with their significant other over watching porn?
Yeah.
We ever have that? Yeah. It's a tough one, because especially nowadays we started, you know, except if you're under 30. Sorry. There we go. There we go. All right. Fuck all these old men in here. Saying words like bitches. What the fuck? Unevolved. That's what we're... I don't say bitches. I really like, it feels weird to me. Like, it's funny. It makes me laugh, but I do feel uncomfortable. It's like the word, like, retarded. I feel weird saying it because I just didn't grow up with it, really. Like, it kind of went out of fashion as I was growing up, so. Now I just say, you look like you have Down syndrome. This is all just stream of consciousness right now. I think we have to stop making really smart kids, like really young smart kids, wear bow ties. I just think that's mean.
Yeah.
You know, you're already gonna get bullied. You're already in so much trouble. You know, you're put a bow tie on a rainbow bow tie on top of all that. Remember the poster for Young Sheldon? You're like, I want to punch that kid. I've never wanted to hurt a child, but I want to punch Young Sheldon so much. Have you met someone with a bow tie who you liked? Name one person. That's what I thought. Wait, we had one.
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye? Fuck Bill Nye. Not like Bill Nye.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders? That's a plantation owner. I don't... That's a certified plantation owner. That's what I'm saying, man. Bill Nye is the plantation owner of science. Just wanted to see how that would sound. Didn't sound good. But yeah, going back to the porn thing, I had a relationship end recently because of that. I had a relationship end because she wouldn't star in my porn films, and I was like, what the? Come on, join the OnlyFans. I feel like that's the new thing that guys are starting to do, because I've seen it pop up on Pornhub, you know, because it's all amateurs now. You know, like anybody can be a porn star. You know, like it's easy as hell. You know, there's no upfront cost. Like I just see a bunch of poor young women who've been convinced by their boyfriends. And she's like, "Oh, I'm getting attention," and it's just, let's try this position. Be famous. I feel bad. But that's nice, though. There's so much porn now, you don't have to worry. I mean, even if your own mother did porn, you don't have to worry about finding it. You know? Like this, like statistics. You're better off trying to buy a lottery ticket than trying to find your own mother's porn 20 years from now. Not that you should be looking for it. I'm just saying, if you tried, it'd be very, very difficult. Anyone here ever feel uncomfortable telling a woman what you want to do in the bedroom? No? No. A little bit. Maybe it's yeah, young guys. We feel all right. That's our albatross to bear.
No, I feel that way.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I want to hit it with a stick.
So is that why you have that cane there? You are live. You were. I'm glad the microphone's on me. You want to hit her with a stick? Well, some girls like that. Some girls like the a stick, like one you'd find outside. You start. Hey, you did not have to talk. I did not. This was mostly a rhetorical question. What? That's not sexual. That's just battery. You just want to. That's okay. I've been there, man. That's okay. I mean, I've never been the doorman at comedy clubs. So I don't know what kind of women you're meeting. You want to hit the ones that cock-blocked you, is really probably, you know. Yeah, that's rough. I've been cock-blocked before, mostly by myself. It's mostly an inside job. Yeah, self-inflicted wound. Yeah. I really have learned the less I say, the better off I am. Like, it's insane. It's really... I saw this one movie where a guy had this gorgeous woman in love with him, and it was this weird kind of, it was like a half play, half movie, and she's absolutely in love with him. He barely talks. That's the light. Thank you guys so much. Sorry for going over. Appreciate it. Let's bring up. Sorry, Pat. Patty? What's your last name?
I don't have one. I got warrants. Just fucking Patty. That's it.
There we go.
Patty.
There we go.
Hey.
There you go, Patty.
One more time for Colin. And Colin, I just want to take this opportunity to say that I enjoy the pert roundness that exercise has brought to your buttocks. I'm a big fan of the bottom of Colin.
Say. Well, you know what? It's been magic. It's been magic. Give a round to Big Stu. He's here as an observer to make sure there's nothing go sideways. Security, cock's so big he could cock block himself. That must be a big fucking dick. What happened to big dick energy lately anyway? Where'd it go? Where'd all the big dick energy go?
A bunch of comics. What do you expect?
I don't know. You guys, I'm telling you, if you don't find your way here because of a well-adjusted childhood and achieving life's goals. You know what I mean? We're just a bunch of freaks here. You know, we know that. Because this is really like heroin. No, because heroin, the first time you do it, if you like it, right? Mm-hmm. If you do it 2 more times, you're in, baby. And that's all your friends do. All your friends do the same thing, and that's all you talk about. So you've got that to look forward to, a whole bunch of you. That's okay. What do I know? Hey, why don't we do this? First of all, give yourself a round of applause.
Yeah.
Cock so big you could cock block yourself. That would, you know. Fuck! I thought that was better than it was. That's the whole Rusty's just looking at me. I'm gonna look right back at you. You look like a fucking canvas painting of trout. I'll let you go. I'm gonna let you go. I'm almost done here. It's almost over. It's almost over. Well, thank you for coming to the Los Angeles School of Comedy. It's been my pleasure. I'm Patty. C-O-M-E-D-I. Come on down. Hit me up on the gram, as they say. Listen. First of all, I want to quote Republican presidential candidate Chris Christie on his honeymoon. Thank you. Couldn't have physically done this without you. If you think you're funny, maybe you're funny. At least funnier than that last joke I told. You think you're funny. You probably are funny, but you won't know till you take it from the page to the stage, baby. So bring it here to the LA School of Comedy and work it out. Are you ready? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we're closing for the holidays. All the best. I hope. I want to tell you guys, I just had some seasonal pancakes today. Yeah, I had a little pumpkin spice Viagra. And I'm just almost barely done with my Christmas shoplifting. So things are going well here for me.
Good.
So may the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for. I'm Patty. Good fucking night.